Hello, everybody. Welcome to X-Plane 11 and another dangerous runway. It is morning time in Torino, Italy, at the Alitalia Airport, and we're going to fly to France at an airport that probably a lot of you will recognize. So here's Torino, and we're going to fly. This is the direct route here in SkyVector. I'm going to do basically that. Fly straight through this valley here, up over this ridge, which if you've seen the original Italian Job, the ending scene for that was filmed over in this area. Super crazy mountain passes. And this is the airport I'm flying to. Going to make an attempt at the pronunciation. I looked at a pronunciation online. Courchevel. I'm going to call it the short and steep runway. Here's the information on it. It is at 6,500 feet in the Alps. Very, very pretty. This is the runway. So I think this is the one used in a James Bond movie. It was the second or third Pierce Brosnan one. I think that's correct. I could be wrong. There might be another one similar to this, but I think it was this one. It's probably not going to be snowing up there since X-Plane, I don't believe, has weather to that effect. So it's probably going to look something more like this. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Beautiful scenery. The runway is pretty insane, though. It's similar to Nepal in that it is a very steep. It's short, but it's very steep, and there's one way in, one way out. And taking off looks like it's equally as fun as landing, flying straight off the cliff. So what I might do is might land, turn back around, take off, and then call it a flight, just to experience falling off the cliff. Okay, everything is okay. I'm not going to mess around with any radio stuff. I'm almost positive that the runway in France is uncontrolled, so I'm not going to worry about getting the ATIS. One, because there's only one way to land, so finding out which runway to use is not going to be of any help to us. And luckily we are departing out of the runway here in Turin that takes us just straight. I just gotta fly straight. We're already gonna be westbound, so I just need to fly straight. Full power. This is actually a pretty cool little airport that they have built out 3D. It's kind of a random airfield to have 3D, but it is nice that it is 3D. Okay, so I wanted to take off from Italy because I like Italy more, and especially Turin. My car was designed in Turin, so I wanted to take off from here rather than take off from France, where there are one, airports that are a little bit closer, but two, it's actually a much higher elevation there. So we're starting off at, I think it's 1,000 feet here in Turin. Let me check that real quick. I think that runway we just took off from is it's at 943 feet. The surrounding mountains are at 13,000 feet. So I picked the harder route to take because I wanted to fly from Italy, but we're gonna have to do some serious climbing to get out of the mountains. So I'm going to fly through this valley up over this lake, which I believe is a man-made lake. I think that's a dam there. And then that will take us up right here. So it is not a long flight. It's not, you know, I mean, it should be relatively easy, except for the altitude. And the weather was okay. There was some cloud cover at 10,000 feet. So we will probably be bumping into that if we have to go over any hills. I didn't really study the specific topography. I'm just kind of thinking I'm going to try to climb out of any peaks as quickly as possible. 13,000, it doesn't look like they're really that high. I mean, we're already at 4,000 feet roughly, but I feel like if it was 13, I mean, it's like 3 times that, unless I'm just not able to see because of the visibility. Something might pop up in front of me that looks a lot higher. Right now this just looks like foothills. But it's about 20 minutes, so not very long at all to get there. And it's probably actually even a little bit less than that with a higher speed. So yeah, it won't be too long. Just have to pretty much climb through the whole thing and then probably do a pass of the runway just to check it out and see you know, the best route to take. The runway is facing northeast. What is the actual runway? Runway 04, runway 4 and runway 22. So we'll be landing on runway 22, runway 22. So we will have to loop around for sure in order to hit that, because we're coming up from the south. That looks pretty though. So far this bonanza has been pretty good for these dangerous airport flights. It hasn't been too overly difficult, being, you know, relatively small plane, but it also hasn't been super easy. I feel like if I had done this in the 172, it wouldn't have been as challenging as this has been, which it has been challenging. So it's been kind of a good middle ground. I still, on some of the bigger airports with the crosswinds and some of the crazy approaches, I might have to go with the 737 because I don't know if it'll be interesting at all in this. Look good so far. So I'm just gonna keep on this heading roughly, in which is what heading? 272. Just basically due west and keep climbing. 7,800 feet. Let's check the sky vector charts. Yeah, so some of these peaks over here, these look like they're at 8,000. So that's basically where we're at now, right? Yeah. So that's not too crazy, and there are some peaks that are more than that. There's some 13,000, but it's really not that bad. And going visual, I mean, we're not in any trouble. It might spike getting closer up, but I don't think by too much. I think even just to help with time, maybe lower the nose here and try to get the speed up, and then once we get to that reservoir, get some more altitude. How is the temperature? -3. It is a little bit overcasty. I wonder if pitot heat is a good idea. Let's make it be so. Everything else looks good. Everything is in the green that needs to be in the green. I am on full mixture, because again, I didn't pay for this gas, so who cares? And we've got plenty of it. So there's 120 knots. We're still looking good. Yeah, this is a really pretty weather condition and time of day. Nice crisp morning here in northern Italy. Definitely some weird graphical crap happening. I don't know what the hell that little triangle thing is. Doesn't look super cool. There's a lot of gray. Shouldn't be taxing anything too much. Let's check again. Coming up on 10,000 feet. Temperature is still dropping. Wind looks fine. Yeah, I've definitely lucked out on the wind on these airports so far. It has been not bad. All right, so here, these are some of those 13,000 peaks here. Some of those are definitely right up there, but we're gonna avoid those. Yeah, look at that. That's ugly. Is that must be the reservoir? I'm thinking that the water is desperately trying to not tweak out. God, that's really stupid. Ooh, the sun's coming up. That looks so cool. Look at those colors. That's awesome. God, that is so cool. Beautiful. Flying in the frickin' Alps. This would be no small task in real life. I would not want to just do this. Anything goes wrong up here and you're mega screwed. Let's consult the map again. Okay. Yeah, we're not that far. Yeah, we're almost at halfway there. Just a nice leisurely flight, right? Until we see that runway and I crap my pants. So the Italy-French border is right in front of that reservoir right here. So that's crossing over into France. And that is that reservoir, just having a great time. Blinking like a friggin' jackass. And I'm just gonna split. Okay, let's see. So I need... The direct line is over here. And if I fly around that peak... There is a way to meander, but I wonder if just going up over the top of it is smarter. And it's 13,500 is the max peak there. I think that's 13.5. Here is 13.5. So I have to make that decision quickly. I mean, come on, right? How cool is that? Look at that. Great point. Okay, so let's climb the hell out of here. And the big downside of getting some altitude is I have 24 miles, 20 miles before we get to the airport, and then have to go back down to 6,500 feet. So I'm gonna have to circle around and a little spiral and lose all of that altitude, which is not ideal. But I think it's probably safer and better than trying to go up and over, or trying to go through some of these valleys. Except there is a little river. This right here comes around. So I could maybe stay to the left here and then drop down here, and then I'll try that. So this peak right in front of me here, I'm gonna head over this lower part here at a safe altitude. And frankly, I could go here too. That actually might be better for us. No, let's just go over. We'll just go over, and then I'll just do a wicked descent. And then it's just, it's right kind of on the other side of this. It's really not much further. 14 miles. Yeah, that shouldn't be bad. That looks so cool, though. What the hell? Yeah, it feels like we're just in the middle of nowhere, but it's crazy to think that there is a runway that close, 13 miles away, with just being surrounded by mountains. And not even, these are not friendly mountains. These are jaggedy, rocky, mean-looking bastards. Oh, what is that? What? What runway is that? God, that is a beautiful runway. Beautiful airport. Look at that valley that it's in. I feel like I may have seen this on some video, but that is so cool. You know what? I think I might have a change of plans. I might land here, land where we're going at Courchevel, and then take off and land at that thing. Whoa, sorry. Because that looks awesome. Wow, alright. Focus. Focus. 9 miles. So it's down there. And let's... Nope. Okay. That looks like it might be it. It's actually really nice if we can spot that already. Whoa. That definitely looks like it. Yeah, I mean, what else would that be? Of course that's it. Isn't that nice? Is that a little 3D airport there? Alright, I'm like roaming all over the place. Okay, so we've got it in sight, and once we clear this peak, I've got a nice valley right there, and that's exactly what I was hoping to do. Just fly right through there, around that, and final right in there. That does not look too bad. I'm gonna do a quick little cheat. We're pretty close to that peak. Okay, so let's get the power down. This is still going to have to be pretty aggressive, but at least we're not on top. And if I was to cut down here, there would just be nowhere to go. I'd have to like circle around and come back down. So this I might be able to loop around in one shot. But I'm still going to overspeed the plane. I'm going to overspeed the plane. Yeah, it's going to be too much altitude, isn't it? Alright, so let's... Never mind, I guess. Do not want to rip anything off this plane. That would not be fun. Definitely going to have to keep the camera on a swivel because some of these peaks might be deceivingly close. Alright, there's our buddy. So, we gotta get down to 6,800. And really, probably 7,800 is when we'll be in the clear. So that's 4,000 feet. That's a lot of work to do. But there's some decent space over here to be able to get this done safely. And I keep thinking about that airport in the valley. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this too, but Solaire Sardier. Lima Foxtrot Kilo Delta. And this is kind of sketchy too. That haze makes it really tough to tell where the hell I'm looking at. So there's 75. So we got down in a hurry. And let's get the flaps down and check list. Okay. All right, so let's get this thing done now. Gear down. Okay, second flaps going to be at 90. Going to just take this as a base. Okay. That's okay. This is so sketchy. Look at how close that is. All right. Start to bring it around. 90's okay. Little high. Ooh, it is not uncontrolled. There is a tower there. And that's crazy. This is very similar feeling to Lukla. Like, this is a very steep descent to the runway surface itself. Oh, and we do have a crosswind. Super cool. Ooh, big crosswind. Hey, another pretty solid one. With a wicked little crosswind. Alright, that was pretty fun. Whoa, hey, glitchy. Cool. Man, this is actually a lot more detailed than I thought it was going to be. Oh, and that looks cool. All right, so let's check out how we did. Yeah, good little crosswind. Look at that. One little bump, but not bad. All right, this is gonna be a good. This will be a good view. And look at that view is unbelievable. Pretty steep. It was definitely being pushed around by that crosswind, but it wasn't too dramatic. All right, well, like Lukla was, that was definitely more dangerous due to the surroundings. Like the danger, I think, is making this approach here. Okay, so let's arriving waypoint, thank you. Okay, so I want to go to there. Nearest, and what is that? Lima Foxtrot Kilo Delta. Lima Foxtrot Kilo Delta. Alright. And we're just going to go straight. Direct. Should be good. Okay, and check the map. So I'm gonna want to fly around and come down here. That's no problem. And what is the altitude of? What's the altitude of you, sir? So I know you can help me not to crash. Okay, so Lima Foxtrot Kilo Delta. Very quick flight. And it is at 4,200 feet. Okay. Piece of cake. I'm gonna definitely fly around. So I'm gonna go just fly right around here and land in that valley. I think. Nope. I'm gonna check the ATIS first. Which there is none. Okay. Never mind. We're just gonna do it. Here we go. This takeoff is gonna be sweet. Floating hangar. Okay. It's 80. We're gonna take it to the edge. Gotcha. Should have put the flaps up. Okay, let's do. Whoops. Quick. Just ignore my flaps being down. Man, what a beautiful setting. And off the cliff. Great stuff. Okay, so now we're cleaned up. Just fly right around this ridge. No problem at all. See you later, little runway.